So some friends of mine are building a new house, and I was talking to them the other day, and I was talking about technology and smart home devices, and I was asking him like, "Hey, what are you going to put in your house?" And he said, I don't think I'm going to put much smart home stuff in my house." He goes, "That whole process and everything involved just seems too confusing." And I was like, "What?" And then it made me realize friends can't let friends smart home alone. Just kidding. But it did make me think, yeah, I probably need to give him a little bit of help and maybe advise him on it's not that hard. It made me think that I've been saying a lot on this channel about all the different devices and showcasing devices and unboxing and reviewing and setting up, but I haven't actually talked about the process of how do you design and implement a smart home? And what are the key things that you need to be thinking about in order to do that? So this is going to be the first video in a series of videos that I'm going to do about how to simplify your smart home. And it's about the steps you can take to kind of narrow down really what it is you're trying to do or want to do in order to build out your smart home. Because it doesn't have to be complicated. It just requires a little bit of forethought is all. And I can help you avoid some of the pitfalls that I fell into because I kind of just rushed into it back 10 or 15 years ago when I started my whole smart home journey. And one of the first things you need to do is really define what it is you want to do. And I call it defining your vision. And actually, there's going to be a link in the description to a PDF that I have created called Designing Your Smart Home, a Beginner's Guide. And it really kind of just goes over 5 basic steps that you can take to kind of narrow in on exactly what you want your smart home to do, what you want it to look like, and the devices you're going to use. So that's what this series is going to be about. And this is, like I said, the first video in that series. In addition, I'm going to make this kind of a podcast, and the podcast is called The Simplified Smart Home. And so the first set of videos in that podcast series is going to be this series on how to design your smart home. These videos are not going to be very long. They're going to be fairly short and kind of to the point. Feel free to hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. So I'm going to put some Amazon links in the description to some smart home products that I think are going to be really helpful and kind of help guide you on what exactly it is you need. Yes, they are affiliate links. So if you do purchase, I will earn a small commission from that. So I greatly appreciate the support. Oh, and don't forget, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy this content. And you'll want to make sure and catch these other videos coming up in this series because it's going to be a pretty useful series of videos. My goal is by the time I'm done with this series of videos that you'll have a clear idea and picture as to how you want your smart home to be and where to start. And it's going to make things so much easier for you. One of the first questions you need to ask yourself is why? Why do you want a smart home? And the answer to that why is going to help you decide which direction you're going to go first. Now, one of the first things you need to do, however, is to make sure that your home has adequate wireless connection. You'll want to go check out this video here, which discusses the Asus Zen Wi-Fi Pro ET12 device that I use in my house. I have 3 of them. I have one downstairs, which is the primary unit connected to the internet source. And then I have one up here in the office that's wired to that unit as a backhaul. And then I also have one in the garage, which is connected via a wireless backhaul that kind of helps serve some of my smart home devices that are on the outside of the home and a little further away from this area. So a good wireless signal is crucial in any smart home. Matter of fact, it's really crucial in any home because who wants dropped signal? Who wants buffering TV shows? So go check that video out because it's going to be really useful in helping you determine what wireless equipment you want. That's completely separate from the smart home. That's just something you need regardless. Because once you're able to kind of lay out your initial motivation for what you're wanting to do, it's going to make things a whole lot easier. So for example, are you wanting to add security to your home? Are you just wanting to add some convenience? Maybe you're just wanting to add some ambiance as far as lighting. Maybe you're wanting to automate some tasks, like when you walk in the door, you want certain lights to come on and then to shut off after a period of time. Like, for example, I have a motion sensor that is set up to a routine that when that motion sensor is triggered, it turns on 3 separate lights that go from the bedroom to the hallway to the kitchen. Because a lot of times my wife will get up in the middle of the night to go to the kitchen, and I want to make sure that when she gets up, she's not walking through a dark house. So she gets up, motion sensor sees the movement, turns on the lights stay on for 15-20 minutes, so gives her plenty of time to get a glass of water, whatever she's doing, and then get back to the room, and the lights will then shut themselves off. So that's been a really nice added feature. It's a feature to me because it's a convenience feature, and it adds also a layer of security in that you're not having to worry about somebody stumbling over something in the middle of the living room because a toy's in the floor or something like that. So, those kinds of things are what you want to determine when you're first thinking about, like, what do I want my smart home to do? There are so many other options, and there's so many ways to make things happen. Sometimes there's multiple devices that could do the same thing. And so it's about deciding what device is best going to fit your needs, your environment, your house. Now, if you are building a brand new house, right now is the time to go ahead and run some Ethernet cables. That way you can centralize your internet connection and have devices wired instead of wireless. Wireless is a great thing, but especially when you get a lot of smart home devices, you'll want to have as many devices wired like your TV, your streaming box, those types of things. That way you don't have to worry about the wireless networks becoming congested. And then you'll want to make sure and go ahead and maybe put in some smart switches or some smart plugs, things like that. So you'll definitely want to talk with your contractor and maybe talk to somebody like myself who can kind of guide you on some of the devices that you're going to be needing or maybe wanting to use. So again, don't forget to go get your free PDF on the beginner's guide of designing your smart home. Another thing that I'm working on, I haven't quite finished putting all the pieces together yet, but I'm working on a consulting option where you can actually book an hour of time with me if you have some specific questions that you want to go over, or maybe you want to show me some things in your home and ask a specific question on how do you do this or how do you do that. I'll be happy to give you any advice or information that I can. So kind of keep your eye out for that. Again, I don't have that quite finished yet as far as all the details, but I think it can be very, very helpful to some people who just seem to get stuck and it just seems overwhelming. It really doesn't have to be, and I don't want it to be. I want it to be fun. I want it to be entertaining. I want it to be convenient, and I want it to be what you want it to be. So, definitely hit me up if you have any questions, and keep an eye out for that consultation opportunity, and go get your PDF, and we'll see you next time.